from the Westwood High School in Washington Township, New Jersey, WCTV, the all-volunteer group, is proud to present high school football. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry the Fury, joined tonight by John Francola and Jimmy Abitable as we present the Westwood Cardinals. Are you watching now versus the Fort Lee Bridgman? Gentlemen, Fort Lee, under the coaching of Billy Straub, who coached here and brought a championship to Westwood a number of years ago. He's coming in here. It's a very young team, John, but Coach Straub is putting together a nice team and a foundation that he hopes to really build this year into next year.
And what they have, Larry, everything starts and ends with the quarterback. And Mario Giacovino is the man that's going to make the team win or lose by his efforts. This young man came off a season last year with 60% passing, 10 touchdowns. And this year, of course, in the first game, Larry, they played Richfield Park. And you know Gonzalez down there. They had a game. They lost by 6 points, led by Giacovino with 2 touchdown run. And then last week, they went to Cliffside Park and knocked off the Raiders 19-8. At that point, you had the quarterback throw a couple of passes to Cunningham. And, of course, they have a kicker by the number 1, Nick Gentile, who can kick field goal around 40-yard line. With these pieces together, if you don't do your A game, you could lose the game.
We'll talk about Westwood in a moment. We'll have the national anthem first. Well, the national anthem was played by the Westwood marching band. There's Billy Straub, as we were just talking about him. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Westwood team here with Jimmy Abitable. Jimmy, Westwood comes in, but everything surrounds their great quarterback, Craig Carmelani, and the coach here, as you see, is not Woody Hayes, but it is Vito Campanelli.
A young Woody Hayes.
Young Woody Hayes. So Craig Carmelani, we were sitting up on the field, and we're talking just how good this kid is, what a great arm he has. And he's got Noah Borgenson, number 4, who just goes up and catches anything thrown around him.
An outstanding performance last week by number 15 quarterback Craig Carmelani. Threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns to outstanding sophomore quarterback Nolan Borgenson, one of the most polished sophomore receivers you're ever going to see. And outstanding two-way running back and defensive end, Connor Kallstrom. Almost a perfect second half for Westwood, where they outscored Dumont 33-0 in the last part of the game. Have to come out here and get the job done and hopefully get out 2-1 and then turn the attention to an outstanding Riverdale team. But they must take care of business tonight. And
we found out coming into the game today that their great running back, wide receiver, number 2, Ryan Galloway, will be out. He has an injury. He's been held out. And Colin Saunders, number 5, will take over the running for the Cardinals. So we have the flip of the coin. Looks like Westwood will receive. They will defend the goal to our left. Fort Lee will defend the goal to our right. The crowd is filing in. It's a beautiful night. Like last week, temperatures are in the high 60s. Perfect football weather. The last day of summer. And tomorrow we start fall, and we're really into football now. We give the
referees,
the officials, if I had that.
Let's
There
have
we
that.
go. Our officials. The referee is John's very good friend. I think he stood up for him. John got married. They know each other.
Best man.
About 30 years, yeah. Best man, Jin Talameo. The umpire is Dave Hansen. The linesman is Len Scatavagia. Al Mitchell will be another line judge. Al Bergman and Stephanie Semino is up here in the booth with the clock. So that is the officiating crew for tonight's game between Westwood and Fort Lee. We are getting ready. Gentile will kick, and he is a good one. He has a very good chance of banging this into the end zone for a touchback. We saw him warming up. And he becomes a weapon.
Yeah, guys, Colin Saunders back, the sophomore, who got a lot of time in the second half last week and impressed us. And number 21, Anthony Santiago, also deep for Westwood.
It's a Pucci. Comes up short and take it down by Matt Rivera, where Westwood will take over 1st and 10 with Ryan Liddy, who's been under the weather this week, but he is starting. Matt Muniz and Colin Keating, Ron Sigione and Matt Mendeville will be the tackles. Rivera, who just took that pooch, is the tight end. We'll see who's going to come in here for Ryan Galloway as a wide receiver, but we know that Colin Saunders, number 5, will be we've been running back. Number 8 is Smith. He comes out to the left. Nolan Borgenson, number 4, an outstanding wide receiver. Looks like Saunders for about 3 yards.
I think they snuck one in on us, guys. I think that was number
Santiago.
8.
21.
I'm sorry, 21.
Yeah, that's
Santiago.
Santiago.
Anthony Santiago, the running back.
So we're told Saunders going to run, and they start Santiago.
Well, Santiago was a little banged up last week, so he's going to get the bulk of the run, but you'll see a lot of Sanders.
So Greg
Saunders.
Smith is out to the right. Morganson is set in the slip. Here is Santiago, and he's slipping and sliding and pounding his way and taken down as he crosses the 50-yard line.
10 yards, stopped by Mario Giacovino. I told you that man, he'll be on both sides of the ball. He'll come from the cornerback spot.
Guys, last week in the game we mentioned offensively unbelievable performance by Westwood, but the offensive line was outstanding pass protection and run blocking, and so far so good for Westwood up front.
Oh, Jimmy, you win the battle in the trenches.
Morganson goes way out to the left. He looks like he has man-on-man coverage. Here's Saunders. Saunders slipping and sliding, and he gets across the 45 to about the 43.
7 yards.
Yeah, excellent vision there. Made a couple of quick cuts and picked up 7 on first down.
Jonathan Kim made the stop, number 23, for Fort Lee.
Let's give Fort Lee's defense very quickly here. Nick Harvalou is defensive tackle along with Jeremy Perez. Jean-Pierre Cruz and Thomas Tantillo will be the defensive tackles. Kamalani's calling signals. Kamalani hands off to Saunders, and Saunders fights his way across the 35-yard line to about the 34. Yamaguchi, Chiang, Cunningham, and Kim are the linebackers. Ford, Giacovino will be the corners, and the free safety is Jacob Williams.
Cunningham made the stop, number 6, and so it looks like the Cardinals are moving that ball.
Yeah, the game plan is just you get behind that offensive line and pick up some first downs. You mentioned Coach Straub running his 4-4 defense, and looks like a 3-deep zone.
Kamalani calling signal,
maybe?
eyes.
Play action.
Kamalani's going to first pass, plenty of time, fires down, and I think he was trying to throw the ball to Borgenson, although Smith was in the area.
Looked like he was pressured by the big defensive lineman for Fort Lee there, number 76.
I think he's 300 pounds.
Yeah, he's 300 pounds. He's 6'4", 300. Jean-Pierre Cruz with the pressure.
Did he do the salsa?
He might have.
Nice name. Salsa, not salsa in this game.
Nice name, salsa. Jean-Pierre Cruz. Boy, there he is, number 76.
Say what? A lot of pasta got into that belly.
Whoa. Nice going, John. Santiago hits the line, stays on his feet, gets to the 30 and is pushed back.
But he's a babe. He's a sophomore.
Oh, my gosh.
Getting a lot of experience, guys, as a sophomore.
Look at that. Look at that. He just hangs out there in the middle.
Coach Straub will get him in the weight room in the offseason and conditioning, and he'll be a player.
Oh, look at him.
Liddy brings them up. The ball is third and going to be 6 yards for a first down. Carmelani calling signal, power to the right. They're going to hand off to Saunders. He's got room. Has enough for first down, I believe. Well, no, I'll take that back.
It's
He
close.
might be short.
Well, if
Let's
I
see.
see the referee to one side, I got a first down.
Well, they backed the ball up. Now let's wait.
They're going to measure.
That time, guys, they ran a tight bunch set and ran an outside zone stretch play, and he was able to pick it up.
First down.
He does a little dance, though. He just waits for his blockers, and there he goes.
Culture, the fullback, is up. Saunders is in the eye back. There's a pass to Smith, and Smith is hit hard, fumbled. Let's see if they're going to call it a fumble.
You got it.
Yes, it is. And the Bridgemen have it. Wow, that was a nice play. He got hit hard. Nice play.
And now,
Guys, very similar to that first half last week against Dumont. A couple of quick turnovers last week. Here we get a quick one, and that's not what you want if you're Westwood. A great drive that ends with a fumble.
So, Bridgman will take over. Eduardo Grandos is the center. Nick Haralou is the guard. Sal Corrales is the right guard. Perez and Yeoman is the tackles. Alex Levy will be the tight end. Nicholas Gentile is one wide receiver. The quarterback, and he's a good one. He's been there a couple of years, Mario Giacovino. Alex Gion is a running back, and Sean Cunningham's the other running back. This is Gion running. He gets a nice run, a pickup of about 8 yards. Let's see that fumble after the reception.
you can see Carmelani goes back to throw in that right corner, in the hand. Nice throw to number 8, Smith.
Put his helmet
And
right on the ball.
The helmet, right? You're
Number
right.
7.
Giacovino makes the big hit, knocks the ball, a fumble recovered by the Bridgemen, and they're moving.
Now, we all know Billy Stroud because he was a coach here and was there with the championship team a number of years ago. He likes defense, he likes kicking and field position. So Giacovino's in the shotgun. He has Cunningham and Chion on either side of him. Here's Chion coming around the left side, and he's going to run out of room as he gets pushed out of bounds by Saunders.
That's a great job that time by the sophomore, not getting beat outside, keeping contained, forced it right to the sideline, which is exactly what you want. They lost probably 3 yards. That'll bring up a third and about 5.
So the defense has to step up for the Cardinals at this point and play field possession.
We're 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. Westwood had the ball, moved the ball smartly down the field, but they coughed it up on a fumble as Giacovino was able to get the ball away from the receiver, and they took over. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bridgemen. Passing situation for Giacovino. Giacovino looks, he throws, has a man, Ford, and Ford falls enough for a first down.
Nice pattern, about 4 or 5 yards and a first down. Nice spiral throw by Giacovino.
Speaking to Coach Campanelli and the staff before the game, they were very concerned about Joshua Ford. They said an outstanding receiver, number 2, and picks up a big first down for Fort Lee.
He's
So
a junior.
first and 10 now for the Bridgemen. There's Giacovino calling signals. Jacob Williams is out to the left. Some motion here. They give the ball to Ford. Ford has no blocking
Nice
and
tackle.
just shy of the 30. Taken down, let's see, by number 4, looks like. Right?
Morganson.
Morganson makes the play.
You can see Coach Straub really wants to find ways to get Joshua Ford the ball. That time they ran a jet sweep to stretch the defense, picked up about 4 yards, bring up a 2nd and 6.
Second down and 5, and they had a little problem with the PA system up here, and they're fixing it. So people are still filing into this complex. It's a beautiful complex here in.
Definitely an LA crowd.
Oh well, yeah, 7 o'clock. People are coming from work.
Oh, penalty. Too much time.
Looks like a delay
Could
of
be.
game.
Yep.
Looks like that.
Yep.
Oh, what is a timeout?
No delay. Now it's going to get a timeout. with the penalty, I presume.
Let's see.
Yep,
He's calling a timeout after the penalty?
absolutely.
All right. Does
Let's
Fort
see.
Lee call timeout? No timeout. If they're pushing,
Well, Fort
now
Lee,
they're pushing him, not as a timeout. Okay. They threw Campanelli, Vito Campanelli off the field, told him to go back, and now they call a timeout. So with 7:06 to go in the first quarter, there's no score between Fort Lee and Westwood. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. Well, the referees gave Fort Lee a timeout before the penalty was incurred, so it's going to be 2nd and 6. And this is
Cunningham.
Cunningham.
First down for Cunningham.
Yeah, a little sloppy tackling there. They had two shots for a tackle for no gain, slipped through, gave up another first down. And if you're Fort Lee, guys, this is what you want. You talked about the field position game. They picked up 2 first downs. They're out to the 35-yard line.
Now, we saw the kicker, Gentile, number 1 for Fort Lee. The way Billy Straub, he would not be upset if he has to kick the ball deep, pin Westwood back, and let his defense play a game like or it's field position.
Oh, absolutely.
Here comes Cunningham again. He bangs off the side and falls for about a yard or 2.
Yeah, they ran a little inside zone play to Cunningham, and so far he's been the workhorse inside the tackles.
He's a junior, 6'1", 215, with nice speed.
He has Billy Straub has a very young team here. A lot of sophomores, juniors. He's got, I think, 9 freshmen on the team.
Absolutely.
So it's a young team, and it's a work in progress.
Yeah, we did the game last year, and they gave Westwood everything they wanted for half last year.
Second down and 8 yards to go for Westwood. There goes Cunningham again, but boy, he runs right into a would-be tackle of Westwood.
Kenny Riley, 25, read it, made the tackle for no gain, brings up a 3rd and 8.
He had a nice game last week defensively at
Very
the
good
linebacker
game.
position.
I gave him 3 points for almost a pin that time.
Yeah, almost. I gave him some back points.
Back point for sure. That'll give him 5 points.
It's a big down here for Westwood. You want to hold them and force a punt here.
Yeah, Fort Lee is taking a lot of time off the clock.
Well, that's
here
their
at this
plan
point.
here, John. Their plan is to mow that clock. Don't give the ball to Carmelani and the Westwood team. Try to just drain this clock.
Let's see if they go to Joshua Ford up top.
Pump and go.
Cavino pumps, and he gets away and throws the ball out of bounds. So he looked downfield, didn't have a man, and kept the ball and threw it out of bounds, and they will kick.
Oh, there's a flag
Oh,
right
flag
there.
comes
They're going to get a intentional grounding. There was no receiver in the sight.
Good call by head referee Jim Talameo, the former mayor of Bergenfield.
We had a mayor in 4 or 5 towns a couple of years ago, you know. You have to explain that, John, to the people who are just watching for the first time. Jim, now let's do
intentional grounding on Westwood.
And a loss of down, so it's 4th down. Jim was doing a game back at the old A field in Westwood, and we took some liberties with him and said that he was running for mayor in Bergenfield. And
called me up. He says, "What are you doing to me? I got people calling me. What are you doing?" My wife says, "What did you do?" "Oh, we made him mayor of Bergenfield."
Borgenson's back for the kick. Gentile will kick.
You can see how they honor his kicking ability. Borgenson's
Look
about
at that
35
snapback.
yards. Yeah, great snap, great punt.
Look at this. Borgenson eludes 1, eludes 2.
Oh, what a move by the young man.
Coming down the sideline. Eludes
Another
3.
spin play.
And finally
Another
knocked
spin.
down at the 47-yard line.
You see it?
Yeah.
See at the end, Jacob Williams trying to rip the ball
That's
out.
a perfect example, guys, of great scouting by Westwood. They knew how far the kid can kick. They had Borgenson at 35 yards. He kicked it right to. Super
How
job
about the
scouting.
sophomore, man? The
Excellent.
sophomore did a great
You know what I was
job.
impressed about, even in practice, the center snapping the ball back. That's a college snapback. Comes back and it doesn't have any hump to it. It's back quickly.
47-yard line.
Fullback
There
trap.
goes a fullback. That's Karlstrom. Cross the 45.
Guys, I'm very impressed so far in the game and almost game and a half we've had with number 22. Connor Karlstrom, a defensive end and fullback. Outstanding player.
He had a great game last week, and we have to apologize. His father said that we gave him a rickshaw to carry the ball. We were talking about one of our people, Bobby Maines. But Connor, you're doing a
Holstrom
great
comes out of
job.
it.
There's a first down.
Oh, he blew out of that fast, just across to the up to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Westwood.
I'm going to have to come up with a nickname for number 22. Maybe I can get some people calling WCTV and we'll give him a nickname. Last year we had the horse back there, right? Remember the horse? He's down at school in Maryland.
Yeah. Karlstrom is up front. Santiago's in the eye. Santiago has off the left side.
What moves?
Here he goes, and he plows his way across the 30 to the 27-yard line.
That left side of that offensive line just caved in that Fort Lee right side of the defensive line. They picked up about 14, and so far the only people that have stopped Westwood has been Westwood.
And Sean Cunningham made the stopping. And number 21 is definitely back running the ball the way he is. He's healthy. Number 21, Anthony Santiago.
We got an unbalanced set here for Westwood.
Going to be a handoff to Saunders. He has some room out here.
Whoop.
Cuts inside and
Whoop.
falls forward and still
Whoop.
on his feet to the 20. Close to a first down. Going to bring up a second and maybe one.
You know, guys, people talk about the end of games, fourth quarters, and blowouts, and we saw in the game Saunders how well he ran the ball in the second half, and he's just picked up right where he left off.
Nice speed. Great moves.
Good vision.
Great vision. And he tucks the ball away.
Smith goes all the way out to the left. Watched by Giacovino. There's Karlstrom. Runs into a defender, but enough to carry for a first down.
About 3 yards, at least 3 yards.
They ran an inside zone. He bounced it outside. Basically, they wanted to run it between the tackles. He saw something outside. He picked up the first down.
I was just watching number 6, Sean Cunningham, after getting hit by Karlstrom. He said, whoa, whoa, and he was like shaking. He's still down.
We have a player down, I think.
That's Sean.
I
That's
think he's
Sean
tying his shoe. I
Cunningham.
think he was
Yeah.
tying his shoe.
That's always a good excuse.
Oh, let's say
Make
he's
believe.
tying a shoelace.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Kamalani now. He's going to throw for it. Down the middle. Caught. What a catch. What a catch by Saunders and a touchdown.
Saunders, 10
Whoa.
yards.
Down the middle he went up. Laid his body out. Made a great hand catch. Was whacked, but held on to the ball and was in the end zone for a touchdown.
Welcome to starting on the varsity there, young
Tell
man.
you what, guys, they have two very impressive sophomore receivers, Saunders and Borgenson. That time they just ran a 4-receiver set. They all ran vertical routes, and they hit him in the seam.
Colin Saunders running and catching the touchdown. Smith. That might have been blocked.
I think it was.
No, that might have been blocked.
Tip.
So with 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, Westwood takes a 6-0 lead over Fort Lee.
You can
Let's watch
see
this touchdown,
Carmelani.
gentlemen.
Yeah, right down
Goes
the
back.
seam. Looks to the tight slot. Throws it right over the linebacker.
But now watch.
Great
Jumps up,
catch.
gives his body off. Boom. Now he was in the end zone at that point.
Yes.
So he took a step. If the ball comes out, it's still a touchdown.
Right.
In my estimation.
Kick is coming down.
That was Saunders who kicked that.
And taken by Jake Williams. And Williams gets it up to the 30 where the Bridge will take over. First and 10 with 3:07 to go. They trail 6-0 to Westwood. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington in Bergen County, New Jersey. For all of you people that are watching on this, on the internet or on FiOS or in different parts of the state, we're in Bergen County, New York, the Washington Township. Or as we call it here, Township of Washington, New Jersey. How many Washington Townships we have? About 4 or 5?
I think it's about 4 or 5. When I first moved here, they were sending all my mail down to Washington Township, which was a group 4.
Is that the reason why you didn't pay your bills?
That's right. That's the excuse I gave them.
Ford.
What a tackle.
What a nice play
Great
out
job
there by
Borgenson.
Borgenson. Woo!
That time they tried to run a little flanker screen Great job by Borgensen and great pursuit down the line of scrimmage by the defensive line.
A shoemaker tackle. That's what you have to. You don't stand up when somebody tackles you by the shoelaces. You go down.
You know, we talk about Borgensen being an outstanding offensive threat, being a wide receiver, but he does play very good defensive ball.
Does.
He's an all-around ball player.
Plays cornerback.
Yep.
6'1", sophomore. Has 5 touchdowns. You mentioned that pre-game.
21 catches coming in.
21 catches. We'll keep that going. Oh, that
This
was great
is
defense.
Cheon, nothing.
75 for Westwood was the one who
Muniz.
caused the problem.
Matt Muniz.
Matt Muniz.
Munez. And then
Guys,
he got help.
Another sophomore. Munez, another sophomore. So you're starting to see the dividends of an outstanding freshman team from last year with multiple sophomores either starting or getting significant playing time.
Coach Campanelli is salivating when he sees that sophomores making those kind of moves.
1:51 to go in the quarter. Westwood leads 3-0. 3rd and 10 now for the Bridgemen. Giacovino,
keeps
and
it.
he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Great tackle by Saunders, number 5. How's this for the sophomore? Welcome to the varsity, young man.
Just a little quarterback read there. He gives it to the fullback's belly. If he sees that he's got an opportunity to run, he'll pull it or keep it. Again, guys, I'm impressed so far with Westwood's tackling.
That's what we saw Thursday night, the Giants against Carolina. And one time there was a battle. The running back for Carolina wanted the ball.
Whoop. Look
Another
at
great
this
punt.
kick. Whoa.
This is
Borgenson's
gonna
going to let it bounce. And it'll cross the 30 and come to the 26-yard line. What a kick by this young man, Nick
44
Gentile.
yards.
So 28, right, 22, 46 yards.
So Westwood will take over. 57 ticks left to go in the first quarter. They lead 6-0 on a pass from Carmelani to Saunders. The PAT failed, and here's where we are if you just joined us. 6-0 Westwood. Riley checks in for the backfield, looks like.
Looks like we have a personnel mistake there. Coach Campanelli had to call a timeout.
So there's a timeout on the field. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Oh!
Ooh. Brandon Gallagher, number 44,
44.
was the up back. He took the ball quickly. He caught us by off guard.
Guys, take a guess what grade he is.
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Is
Well,
that-
yeah, last year, Westwood's freshman team was an outstanding team. I think they lost one game. It was a close one to Marwa. And everybody talked how good this freshman team was last year, and you're seeing them pay the dividends today.
Oh, a quick
hitter
handoff.
again.
Power
Gallagher.
football.
Tell you what, you can see Gallagher runs very hard, but he runs with a forward lean. He always finishes his runs going forward.
Sophomore is 5'10", 195 pounds.
And starts at linebacker position, so you know he's a physical young man.
It's very obvious, guys, what the game plan coming into is run the ball, power running, and so far so good for Westwood.
Carmelani calling signals. He hasn't aired it out yet.
A
Santiago, and he gets down
Great
to the 50-yard
job
line.
by number 3, Alex Keon.
Going to bring up a third down. 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
That was possibly a big gain that he saved on that tackle from behind. Pursued down the line of scrimmage.
That could have been
And
the
that
end zone.
and that is the end of the first quarter with Westwood leading Fort Lee 6-0.
Possibly